7 Reasons why your car's gas mileage is getting worse. It seems like common sense that, as a car gets older, it tends to get worse and worse gas mileage. In reality, it's more accurate to say that poorly maintained cars are more likely to have worsening gas mileage over time. One of the most simple solutions to keeping gas mileage up is staying on top of routine maintenance. Still, with so many parts to account for as your car reaches 100,000 or even 200,000 miles, keeping up with fuel-saving maintenance can be tricky, especially when you consider how other factors like hot weather can also affect fuel efficiency. What should you look out for to make sure your car keeps chugging along like the day you bought it? Start by addressing the common problem areas listed below. 1. Clogged or damaged fuel injectors. One of the most common culprits for a drop in fuel efficiency is dirty fuel injectors. Fuel injectors are the nozzles that spray fuel into each engine cylinder. A fuel injector's spray pattern must be very precise to properly mix with air and combust inside the engine. When a fuel injector becomes dirty or clogged, it may spray fuel inefficiently. Think of a poorly pressurized shower head. This can quickly reduce the efficiency of your engine and lower fuel economy. In many cases, the fuel injector nozzles can be cleaned. Other times, the injectors may need replacing if internal damage is causing a bad spray pattern. 2. Old engine air filter. Engines must suck in air to power vehicles. If your engine air filter is particularly dirty or clogged, your engine won't be able to breathe. To compensate, the older engines would burn more fuel to travel at the same speed. Newer engines may perform more poorly trying to compensate for a clogged air filter. This problem is particularly common among older cars that rely on carburetors. Engine air filters should be replaced approximately every 15,000 to 30,000 miles. But check your owner's manual to be sure or have it inspected at your next oil change. 3. Dirty oxygen sensor. Whereas many older cars use carburetors to ensure the engine receives the proper ratio of air to fuel for combustion, all newer cars since about 1996 use oxygen sensors instead. An O2 sensor measures how rich or lean the exhaust gases are that exit your engine and sends a message to your car's computer to adjust how much fuel enters the engine. A dirty oxygen sensor may lead to incorrect measurements that cause your engine to burn too much fuel, lowering efficiency by as much as 40% according to Edmunds. Faulty oxygen sensors are one of the most common causes of a check engine light and will likely need inspecting and possibly replacing before the 100,000-mile mark. Thankfully, O2 sensors are relatively affordable to replace, helping you save on gas and keep your vehicle's emissions in check. 4. Clogged fuel filter. Fuel filters block contaminants in the fuel from traveling throughout the engine where they could damage fuel injectors and other important parts. A clogged fuel filter can lower fuel pressure and cause your engine to run poorly. For older cars especially, it's important that fuel filters get changed approximately every 2 years or every 30,000 miles. If you suspect a dirty fuel filter to be the cause of your decreased gas mileage, bring your car into your local Firestone Complete Auto Care for a fuel pressure test. 5. Bad ignition system parts. The ignition system includes coils, spark plugs, and wires that are responsible for combusting the air-fuel mixture in the engine. If any of these parts are malfunctioning, it may be causing the engine to misfire. A misfire occurs when the fuel in an engine cylinder does not combust. Since unburnt fuel cannot power your vehicle, this ends up wasting gas and lowering your fuel economy. You may experience rough idling, stumbling, or an overall decrease in power from the engine if the ignition system is to blame. The most common culprit inside a failing ignition system is the spark plugs. 6. Old or incorrect engine oil. There's a common myth that older cars should use thicker engine oil to prevent leaks. The thinking goes that since internal seals and gaskets become brittle and shrink with age, thicker oil would be less likely to seep through the cracks. Specially formulated high-mileage engine oils can do this by using seal conditioning additives to help older seals become more flexible and do a better job sealing. In addition, the viscosity is slightly increased to help worn piston rings seal better. However, Thicker oil actually creates more resistance between engine parts, which lowers fuel efficiency. The right motor oil is essential to keeping modern engines lubricated and protected. The best thing you can do to keep your car's gas mileage up is to perform regular oil changes with the type of oil specified in your owner's manual. High-mileage engine oils may help reduce oil leaking and oil consumption, but it will take away some of the potential fuel efficiency. 7. Dirty mass airflow sensor. Mass airflow sensors measure the amount of air flowing into the engine. Like an oxygen sensor, the mass airflow sensor sends data to the onboard computer to calculate the correct air-to-fuel ratio in the engine, and the computer adjusts fuel injection accordingly. However, a dirty airflow sensor will cause the car's computer to miscalculate the proper air-fuel mixture, leading to decreased fuel efficiency or even engine stall. Mass airflow sensors should be cleaned with a special cleaning spray.